Hello students, today we will be learning chapter 3 Precious Soil. I hope you must have seen the videos of chapter 1 and chapter 2 and you must have understood the topics. So today we will be learning chapter 3 and whenever you are learning from the videos, keep your textbooks of living science in front of you so that you may relate to the topic. Okay. Now chapter 3 is what? It is precious soil. In this chapter, we are going to learn about soil and why it is important for us. Okay, so we will see how the soil is formed. As you know that Earth is a beautiful planet to live on. There are hills, plains, deserts, mountains and seas on Earth. But the Earth was not always like this. In the beginning, there was no life on the Earth. Okay, and it was only covered with hard rocks. So what happened? Sun was there, the sun heated up the rocks. The rain cooled them and the wind blew over them. Okay, this continued for millions of years, and as a result what happened? The rocks broke up into small pieces and these small pieces rubbed against each other till they become tiny particles of soil. As you can see in the picture, the action of the sun, the wind, the rain break up the big rocks to form soil, and it took how many years? It took millions of years for this to happen. So this is the way the soil was formed. Now we are going to learn what all things soil contain, what all things are there in the soil. So for this we have to do one activity. In this what you will do? You will take some soil from the garden, you will put it into an empty jar and fill that jar with water. Now cover the lid and shake well. Allow the mixture to stand for around 15 minutes. Now you will look at the jar carefully. The stones you will see are settled down at the bottom. The grains of sand can be seen just above the stones. The clay will settle just above the sand and the water above the top layer is not very clear. So this is the way you can see the 4 layers in the jar. The bottom layer is of stones. Just above the stones what is there? A layer of sand, then a layer of clay, and just above the clay is what it is called humus. So the activity shows that soil contains humus, clay, sand and stones. And what is humus? The parts of dead plants and the insects that float on top, the top layer, topsoil is called humus. So what does soil contain? Soil contain humus, clay, sand and stones. What are the other things that soil may contain? Now we will do one other activity. In that what you will do, as you can see in the picture, you will take some soil in a small tin. You have to cover that tin with a lid. Then with the help of any adult or your parents, heat the tin on a low flame. Then after some time just open the lid and see. What you will see? Some drops of water on the lid. So this proves that soil contains water. Okay. Next thing what you will see that soil contains. Now another activity you have to do. You will be putting some soil in the glass jar again, then pour water over it. When you will pour water, then what you will see? You will see some bubbles floating up. These bubbles, what these bubbles shows? That air is trapped in the soil. This happens because air is trapped in the soil. So this air escapes and forms bubbles. You can repeat these activities with different types of soil and you will see that some contain more water and some contain more air. So what all things soil contain now? Humus, clay, sand, stones, water and air, as you can see in your book. Now next we are going to learn about types of soil. There are 3 types of soil given in your book. First is sandy soil, second clayey soil and third is loam. Now we are going to learn separately about these soils. First is sandy soil. What is sandy soil? Sandy soil is mostly found on deserts and on the seashores. Sand particles are big, so there is a lot of air in the space between these particles, and sandy soil does not hold much water. Now next we will see about clayey soil. Clayey soil is sticky and mostly used for making pots and toys. The clay particles are very fine, very small. So there is no space for air between the particles. So this soil can hold a lot of water. Okay. That's why this soil is being used to make the pots and the toys. Last soil is loam. Loam is a mixture of sand and clay. Okay. So loam can hold both air and water. It has lot of humus which makes the soil fertile. That's why the best soil for plants is loam, because it contains air, water and humus. Now we will be seeing that what is the relation between soil and crops. As you know that different types of crops grow in different types of soil. Okay, some need sandy soil, while some need clayey soil, while other need loam. So yet all the types of crops grow better when manure is added. What is manure? Manure contains cow dung and decaying leaves. Okay, when it is added, it makes the soil fertile, and because it is rich in humus, that's why it makes the soil fertile. So let's see what all things we have studied today. That soil is formed by the breaking up of big rocks. Okay, soil particles differ in size and color. Soil contains stones, sand, clay and humus. The three kinds of soil we have studied are sandy soil, clayey soil and loam. The dead parts of plants and animals called humus, which makes the soil fertile and rich. Okay. Now, and the last point is, when farmers add manure to the soil, the amount of humus in the soil increases and the soil becomes fertile. There is a fact given, you can see in the screen, that the remains of living organisms that died millions of years ago were pressed deep under the layers of rocks, and they are formed as fossils. Fossils, for example, are coal, petroleum and natural gas. Okay, so this was the chapter. I hope you must have understood all the topics. Okay, if you're not able to understand the topics, you can see this video again and again. It is available. The assignments, question answers and exercises related to the chapter you can find below in the description box. Okay, till the time, stay at home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Thank you.